Good morning, everyone. So, in the last class, we had a class of about periodic table, and we in that particular class we saw every basic things what all required for the periodic property to understand the periodic property of each and every element, and we also saw how group and periods are divided, and then how many blocks are present. And later on in the last video only we had saw one more very important property, that is atomic radius. So again, I just want to brief you about the last class. So atomic radius is nothing but the distance between the center of the nucleus to the outermost cell of that particular element. Either it may be a first cell, second cell, third cell, whatever it may be. If the last electron is present in the third cell, then that particular outermost cell becomes third cell. If the last electron or our electronic configuration restrict with the first cell only, then the atomic radius will be that much only. Say for example, in case of hydrogen, we can see there is only one cell in the hydrogen, so therefore the atomic radius will be like this, and again this much. So now again what we saw, what happens to the atomic radius in case of group and as well as the periods, right? So in group the atomic radius goes on increases. Again I'll just brief you. That means in group, as we move from top to bottom, if you take any group, I mean first group, second group, third group, fifth group, whatever it may be, any group, the same property, similarity, we can say, well, not exactly, but similarly in group, always the atomic radius increases, right? Why? Because we saw reason also. Why? Because the electron enters into the new cell. So that's why in group always the atomic radius goes on increases. In period, the atomic radius always decreases due to, or we can say the reason is the electron enters into the same cell. You take any group of the periodic table or any period of the periodic table, you see commonly increase and decrease. Increase in case of group, decrease in case of period regarding atomic radius. These things we had in the last video. So in today's video we will see ionization, enthalpy or energy. Very important part. Ionization, energy, or else you can say enthalpy. Energy and enthalpy are nothing but the same, right? So now let me explain what is ionization. Ionization is nothing but breakdown. So that means breaking down or remove is called as ionization. So that means, let me define now, right? So ionization, enthalpy or energy is nothing but the amount of energy required. Very important, and listen it carefully. The amount of energy required to remove valence shell electron. To remove valence shell electron. That means, very simple definition or sentence you can say, the amount of energy required to remove. That means, I will show one example. atom with nucleus and different cells. We don't know which atom it is, just for the sake of example to understand. Say for example here in this cell, that means in the outermost cell or in the valence cell. See here, valence cell is nothing but outermost cell or last cell, right? So now let us consider there are 3 electrons, right? 1, 2 and 3 electrons. So there are 3 electrons present in the outermost cell. So now according to the definition, the amount of energy required to remove valence cell electron, that means the electron present in the valence cell, this valence cell to remove. Why? Because it is having a very tight, hold with this nucleus. Why? Because these are the electrons are having negative charge and the nucleus is having positive charge, so that's why they always, that means these electron always attracts towards the nucleus. That means they have some relation, they have some bond. It may be a strong bond, it may be a weak bond, that is the secondary case. But here what we can consider here is these electrons are having negative charge and this nucleus is having positive charge, so thus there is a bond. So that's why consider this is a bond. That means I should remove I should break this bond to remove this electron or this particular electron or this particular. At a time we cannot remove all the 3 electrons, but we can remove one electron at once, right? So thus, say for example, I want to remove first electron. That means I need to break this bond between that electrostatic force of attraction I have to break. So then only this electron can remove. That is what we are seeing here. The amount of energy required to remove, and this energy what we are putting to remove this force of attraction, that is nothing but the ionization energy or enthalpy, right? So ionization energy or enthalpy is nothing but the amount of energy required to remove valence cell electron or outermost cell electron is called as ionization energy. Is that clear? Okay, so now after definition we can move again towards the group and period. How or what is the variation one we can see about ionization enthalpy in case of group and the period? Same as like atomic radius. So now in group what happens? Ionization energy increases or decreases? We need to see increase decrease, that's all. So therefore in group, say for example now ionization energy already we know, amount of energy required to break the electron, that means outermost electron. And now see in group again I can take, or we can take hydrogen, lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium, francium, right? So now again hydrogen has 1 electron, lithium 3, this 11, 19, likewise. So now 1 electron is nothing but, again we have to define or we have to understand these concepts with respect to atomic radius diagram. Now the atomic radius diagram will give us a very best idea or very good idea to understand what was happening now. And don't forget atomic radius, right? So atomic radius is the basic things to understand all these characters. So now very simple way, in very simple way I try to explain. Now in group, again you remember atomic radius. Atomic radius definitely increases Why? Because electrons are moving into the new shell. So that's all. So in group, atomic radius always increases. That means here ionization energy or enthalpy is nothing but this ionization energy or enthalpy is directly related with the outermost shell electron. This ionization energy is not related with the innermost electron, right? So this is directly has a link or direct it is concerned with the valence shell electron. So therefore, if the size increases, very important, from hydrogen to sodium or else from hydrogen to potassium, what we are observing is the size is increasing. That means here in case of hydrogen, the valence electron is very near, right? Very important. In case of lithium, okay, little bit far as compared to this. Why? Because the valence shell is here now. This valence electron is little bit far as compared to the hydrogen. In case of sodium, again, in sodium the valence shell becomes third shell, so therefore again it is again a far. I mean, because or due to increase in the atomic radius in the group, ionization energy goes on decreases. Very important. Why? I will explain you now. Ionization energy in group always goes on decreases. Why? Because see, as the cell size increases, consider here 2 points. As the cell size increases, our valence shell electron is moving away from the nucleus. That means as the electron move away from the nucleus, the hold of nucleus decreases. That means the bond strength or the bond stability decreases. See, I require more energy to remove this electron, that means hydrogen electron. Why? Because this electron is very near to the nucleus, so that's why that nucleus is very tightly held this electron, right? So that's why this requires large amount of energy as compared to this. Why? Because in case of lithium we have moved little bit far from the nucleus. As we move away and away from the nucleus, definitely the bond strength decreases. As the bond strength decreases, it is very easy for us to remove the electron, right? So that's why in group always ionization enthalpy or energy goes on decreases. And what you will give the reason? Reason is due to increase in atomic radius. Due to increasing atomic radius. So that's why I said you atomic radius is very important. Once if you know what is atomic radius and how it react or what is the character in group and period, then automatically you can understand these concepts, right? So that's why atomic radius. If you have any doubt regarding atomic radius of last video, definitely please you ask, right? So now moving to period, again I will take same period. I don't want to disturb you people. I mean, I don't want to give more difficulties, so I will take same period again. So periods are nothing but horizontal. Again you take lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, etc. So now in this case regarding atomic radius, what we saw is atomic radius goes on decreases. That means, see, as atomic radius decreases, consider this as lithium nucleus, this is beryllium, and regarding what we saw regarding the atomic radius in the period is atomic radius goes on decreases. Why? Because the electrons are entering into the same cell. Due to that reason, because the electrons are entering into the same cell, the cell is not increasing. That means cell size is not increasing. Rather, the cell size is decreasing. Why? Because we are putting more mass in the form of electron. So that's why these cell, that means the valence cell shrinks towards the nucleus automatically. So that's why as we move from the that is the reason, as we move from the left to right in the period, what is happening is the nucleus, the valence cell electrons are coming nearer to the nucleus, and what we saw, if ionization energy, if the electron is very near to the nucleus, then we require large amount of ionization energy. Due to decrease in the size in the period, ionization energy, what happens? Always increases. Always increases. The reason is due to decrease in atomic radius. Due to decreasing atomic radius. Here atomic radius decreases. That is the reason why in period ionization energy always increases. Why? Because atom by atom, if we move from left to right, the cell size goes on decreasing. So due to that reason, the valence cell electron is coming nearer to the nucleus. As the valence cell electron comes to the comes nearer to the nucleus, what happens? It is very difficult to remove, or it is not that much of difficult, but it requires more amount of energy. So that's why what is happening in case of period, the ionization energy is increasing, right? So now this is all about ionization energy. In group decreases, and in the period increases. In group, why it is decreases? Due to increase in the atomic radius. In period, why it is increases? Due to decrease in the atomic radius. So that's why atomic radius plays a very important role. So the next character of periodicity is electron gain enthalpy. Or energy. Electron gain enthalpy or energy, right? So ionization means to remove, electron gain means to add. In the first video only, what I said is we can either add the electron or remove the electron, right? So now we are adding the electron. The amount of energy released when one or more electron are added to the neutral atom or atom. Neutral atom or atom. Let us define this electron gain enthalpy. The amount of energy released. The amount of energy released when one or more electrons are added to an atom. So whenever we add the electron, some amount of energy is released. That is nothing but the electron gain enthalpy. After gaining one or two electron, what happens? The atom releases some amount of energy. That is nothing but the electron gain enthalpy. We need to see in group that electron gain enthalpy is more, or in period it is more, right? So directly we will see in group. In group, again we have to see from top to bottom. So while coming from top to bottom in the group, what happens? Again, you remember atomic radius. So atomic radius is increasing. So electron gain enthalpy. That means electron gaining character. Right? Again, we will take some examples like lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium. Now, due to increase in the atomic radius in the group, what happens to the electron gain enthalpy? So now, lithium, among these four elements, lithium has less atomic size, right? 2s1, 3s1, 4s1, 5s1, like this. So while moving down to the group, what is happening over here is the atomic radius increases definitely. That is for sure. Now we no need to remove the electron. We need to add the electron. We have to add the electron. Then what amount of energy is released? That means how much amount of energy is released? That is nothing but the electron gain enthalpy or energy. So now see, after seeing all these four examples, try to add the electron with respect to atomic size. So first, after having these examples, one, we can decide that as we move down the group, atomic size is increasing. So that's why what is happening? The electrons are now, as the size increases, the distance, see the distance between nucleus and the valence shell electron is more. Now the distance, we need to check the distance. The distance between valence shell and the nucleus is very near. Now the distance is little bit more as compared to lithium. Now again to coming down to the potassium, next the size is more, and here in rubidium, as compared to all the three elements, rubidium has larger size. What I said during ionization enthalpy is, as size increases, the distance between valence electron or valence shell electron and the nucleus increases, and the bond strength decreases. Right? Very important. We have to compare. Now, if I add this electron to the rubidium, who is having large size, then what is the main first condition? Condition is, in this case, nucleus and the valence shell distance is more. So that's why if I add this electron, then little bit amount of energy will be produced. Why? Because here the relation or the relation between the nucleus and the valence shell is very less, right? I mean, the bond strength is very little. I mean, that's why what happens, if I add this electron to the rubidium, then it will easily accept, and that much energy will not be produced. And now coming to here, right? If I add the electron to the lithium, first of all, lithium valence shell is very near to the nucleus. This is very important. So if I want to add now this electron to the lithium, then the large amount of energy will be produced. Why? Because here the influence of nucleus on this cell is more, right? The influence of nucleus on this cell is more, so that's why it will not accept the electron very easily, right? So that's why more amount of energy will be produced. Now we can come to one conclusion that as we move down the group, the ionization energy will also goes on decreases, because again the same reason, due to increase of atomic size. That's all. Increase in atomic size. Due to increase in atomic size, the cell here, the valence shell is very important for ionization enthalpy as well as for the electron gain enthalpy. We don't want these inner cells, right? Why? Because these inner cell electron neither undergo for the reaction nor they form go for the oxidation number formation. So that's why these electrons are very important. That means we study the chemistry just based on valence shell electron. So that's why as the valence shell electron moves away from the nucleus, the relation, or in common way one we can say the relation between nucleus and that valence shell will be decreases, right? Or the strength of that bond will decreases. So that's why one we can very easily remove the electron and one we can very easily add the electron. So that's why the ionization enthalpy as well as electron gain enthalpy has same character. That means in group always they decreases. Coming to period, in periods what happens? We will see now. In period, electron gain enthalpy increases. The reason is due to decrease in the atomic size, right? As the atomic size decreases, what happens? The electron are very hard to remove or very hard to gain, right? So that's why in period always the electron gain enthalpy increases due to decrease in the size. Same character as we saw in case of ionization energy, due to decrease in atomic radius. So very simple. Like ionization enthalpy, the same character we can see in case of electron gain enthalpy. In the to understand these two concepts, ionization enthalpy and electron gain, ionization energy and electron gain enthalpy, we have to very clear about the valence shell, right? So if the valence shell is nearer, then it is very easy to remove. If the valence shell is nearer, it is very difficult to remove. If the valence shell is very far away from the nucleus, then it will be very easy to remove the electrons. So finally one more character we will see, and then which is very important, then we will wind up this introduction about periodic table. So final one is electronegativity. In case of organic chemistry, this plays a very important role. The whole organic chemistry, if you know very well or very good idea, if you have very good idea about the electronegativity, then the organic chemistry will be very easy. So now electronegativity is nothing but the capacity of an atom to accept a pair of electron or attract the pair of electron towards itself. So see, in directly I will explain now. In group, size is increasing, that means atomic size is increasing. First point. In period, again atomic size is decreasing. Right? These 2 points are enough to understand electronegativity. That's why I said atomic radius is very basic. So now as we move down the group, see what is happening, size of atom is increasing, right? So size of atom is from hydrogen, lithium, sodium, right? Like this, size is increasing. As the size increases, the bond between, or the attractive force between nucleus and the electron will be very, very weak. So that's why we can very easily remove the electron. If I remove the, that means if we apply a very, very small amount of external energy in the form of temperature or else any chemical if you use, then we can very easily remove the electron when there will be a big sized atom is present. That is the first point. If I remove the electron, see, proton number will not change. Why? Because protons are present at the nucleus. You can see my second class video, right, which is very important, and in that class only I said this point is very important. So we cannot remove these protons. What we can do in the atom, we can remove, either we can remove the electron or we can add the electron. So now if I remove this electron, after loss of electron, what charge will get, the atom will get what charge? Positive charge. That means it is very, very opposite of negative charge. That means in group, as we move from top to bottom, electronegativity decreases. In group, electronegativity decreases. Due to what? Why? Because in group, from top to bottom, as we move down, what is happening is electrons we can very easily remove. That means the atom is moving towards the metallic character, not electronegativity character. That means the atom is automatically, after losing the electron, atom is automatically getting positive charge. So that means it will not be called as a negative atom. First point. So that's why what we can see here, over here in the group of electronegativity, it always decreases, because again the same reason, due to increase in the atomic size, right? Now coming to period, which will be opposite of this. In periods, no doubt the electronegativity character increases. So why? Because due to in period, while moving from left to right, what happens? It is very difficult to remove the electron. Why? Because in period atomic size is decreasing, or atomic size decreases. Due to decrease in the atomic size, what happens? The cell size will decrease. If the cell size decrease, that means the valence cell electron will come very near to the nucleus. If the valence cell is very near to the nucleus, it is very difficult to remove. If it is not possible to remove the electron, then the negative charge will always be present on the atom. So that's why in the period, electronegativity character always goes on, increases, right? So this is all about today's class. In the next class, we will see some more important and very interesting introduction class about the chemistry, right? Thank you.